Hi, I'm here again with another video. And as you can see, I am in the latest spot because I could not return to the kitchen because it's too cold there to be, and I decided to came here, and I'm a little bit more cozy. But that is not the point of this video. The point of this video is to continue with the last video, and in this part I will totally be focused on the state members of this institution, uh, because there are too many in this market. But that's good news because I can make a good video about it. So now we have the common market for Eastern and Southern Africa, or COMESA, has 21 members states. And if we take a look to the official site of the COMESA, we will find out that it has a list of all the member states, and each and each member has its own page. So in if you for example click on the Burundi flag, you will find the information or a resume about the characteristics of that country. So, the 21 member states of the COMESA are Burundi, Comoros, Democratic Republic of the Congo, the Djibouti, which I talked about in the last video, Egypt, Eritrea, it's Eswatini, Ethiopia, Kenya, which I talk about, Libya, Madagascar, Malawi, Mauritius, Rwanda, Seychelles, Somalia, Sudan, Tunisia, Uganda, Zambia, Zimbabwe. So in the page we have all the countries that are part of this market. So the topic of this video, or the objective, will be analyze the characteristic of each country and determine which is the most important, which apport the most to the GDP, which has better conditions for the populations to live, etc., etc. So let's start first with Burundi. Okay, if we enter into the page, we can see that Burundi is the Republic of Burundi is in the Great Rift Valley, where the African Great Lakes region and East Africa converge. It is bordered by Rwanda to the north, Tanzania to the east and southeast, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo to the west. In this page, we can also have a link, and that link sent us to the official page of the country, but in this moment it doesn't work properly. So in Burundi we have that the head of the state is Bujumbura. This state, or this country, achieved its independence in 1962. It was just in the last century. In this country, the language that are spoken is Kirundi, French, and English. French, as I said in the last video, it's a consequence of this European colonization. The currency that they use is the Burundi franc, and they apport to the national GDP $3 billion. So it it is very short, the information that it um, gives, but you can say only by the GDP, but that it is a well place, I think, because $3 billion, it's not a small thing. We also have the natural resources, or what are the main resources that they explode in benefit of the population, and we have that the natural resources that are more common in Burundi are gold, copper, uranium, tungsten, nickel, tin, peat, platinum, and limestone. So gold, tungsten, nickel, platinum are, I think, the ones that are more common to use. And yeah, gold is the best metal in the world, so it is not surprising that that the independence of this country is very recent. The next one is Comoros. According to the country profile, Comoros is a volcanic archipelago of Africa's east coast, in the warm Indian Ocean waters of the Mozambique Channel. The nation-state's largest island, Grande Comoro, is ringed by beaches and old lava from active Mount Cartala volcano around the port and Medina in the capital. Moroni are carved doors and a white colonnade mosque, the ancient Mosque du Benrey, recalling the island Arab heritage. We have that the capital city is Moroni, Grande Comores. They achieved the independence in 1975, even more recent than the last one. The official language is are French and Arabic, and they use Comorian franc as the currency. They apport uh, $1.2 billion to the GDP, which is less than Burundi. Sorry. Um, the biodiversity, the natural resources are arable land, water, forest, beautiful landscapes, and biodiversity. And with this description of the natural resources, sorry, we can maybe assume that the principal economic activities of this country is maybe the tourism because of the description of the resources. It's very little the information, as I said before, but that help us to give us an idea of what each country is about. The next one, Democratic Republic of Congo. The country profile says that the Democratic Republic of Congo (DRC) is geographically the largest state in southern and central Africa. It is situated at the heart of Africa and lies on the equator, covering an area of 2 million of kilometers, has 37 kilometers of coastline and a geography characterized by a vast central basin, low-lying plateau rising to volcanoes and mountains in the east. More than half the country is covered by dense tropical rainforest. The country is traversed by numerous rivers, with the Congo River being the largest. We have that the capital city is Kinshasa. They achieved the independence in 1960. They speak French, Lingala, Kikongo, Swahili, and Chiluba. Sorry for the pronunciation. Well, we have always French because at the time that most of the African country continent was conquered, French was the stronger of the strongest of the countries that searched for colonizing um, Africa. So French took the major part of that continent. They used the Congolese franc as the currency, and the GDP is $3 billion. So it is the same as Burundi. The natural resources are gold, copper, uranium, tungsten, nickel, tin, peat, platinum, and limestone. It's similar to Burundi, so I assume that that's why it has a major GDP. Djibouti says it's the Republic of Djibouti is located in the Horn of Africa in East Africa. It is bordered by Somalia in the south, Ethiopia in the south and west, Eritrea in the north, and the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden in the east. Across the Gulf of Aden lies Yemen. The country has a total area of 23,000 kilometers. The Republic of Djibouti is predominantly inhabited by two ethnic groups, the Somali and the Afar people, with the former comprising the majority of the population. The capital city is Djibouti. They achieved the independence in 1977. They speak Arabic, Afar, and Somali. No European country inside. They use the franc as the currency, and the GDP is $1.96 billion. And the natural resources are salt, petroleum, gold, clay, marble, pumice, gypsum, and diatomite. So hmm, it is interesting. It has a lower GDP than the rest, except for one, but it has petroleum, so that means that maybe they extract the petroleum for other countries because it's very rare that has that GDP with having petroleum and gold. So maybe it's one of those countries that it is totally robbed. Egypt is the Arab Republic of Egypt and is located in the northeastern corner of the African continent. It is bordered to the north by the Mediterranean Sea with a coastline of 995 kilometers. It is bordered to the east by the Red Sea with a coastline of 194 kilometers. It is bordered in the northeast by Palestine and Israel, to the west by Libya, and to the south by Sudan. The capital city is the Cairo. The GDP is whoa, I can't believe this. It has a GDP of $250.9 billion. Wow. I can't even say what percentage of the rest of the countries is this quantity, but it's a lot. They it didn't say when they achieved the independence. It only say it is in July 2023. They speak Arabic, English, and French. The currency is the Egyptian pound, and the natural resources are water, the river Nile, fish, arrival land, minerals, petroleum, and natural gas. And as we know, Egypt it's a very popular touristic point. So, but it isn't. I can stand the the GDP. It's a lot of money. So I think it is the most important country of the COMESA. But let's continue with the following. The next one is Eritrea. Eritrea, it covers an area of 117 kilometers, the population of 6 millions. The country GDP is about 5.8 billions according to the World Bank, and the Eritrean currency is the Nakfa. Eritrea is in the northeast African continent on the Red Sea coast, located in the Horn of Africa. It shares borders with Ethiopia, Sudan, and Djibouti. Eritrea's economy is driven by agriculture and mining. However, there has been notable growth in construction, infrastructure, and energy sectors. The working language are Tigrinya, Arabic, and English. So all the information is in the text. Okay, Swatini, it's the kingdom of Swatini, is located in the southern part of Africa, bordered by the Republic of Mozambique to the east and the west by South Africa. It comprises magnificent mountain scenery with unique ancient rock formations which are a source of fascination for geologists, scholars, and visitors. Mbabane is the administrative capital of Eswatini, while Mancini is another major city, and Matsapa the industrial town. The Siswati and English language are official languages which are widely spoken in the country, while government combines the Western concept of government with the traditional system and the people elect representative parliament. So, as we said, the capital city is Lombardia, royal and legislative, and Mbabane administrative. It has a GDP of $4.7 billion, which is not that much. They achieved the independence in 1988, uh, and the natural resources is sugar, food products, wood pulp, and wildlife. So that means that it is a region where the primary sectors are the most important. And aside that, it is uh, it is surprising that it has a GDP of $4.7 billion. Ethiopia, the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, is located in the Horn of Africa and shares borders with Eritrea to the north, Djibouti to the northeast, Somalia to the east, Kenya to the south, South Sudan to the west, and Sudan to the northwest, with over 109 million inhabitants as of 2019. Sorry, Ethiopia is the most populous landlocked country in the world. It's the second most populous nation on the African continent. The capital city is called Addis Ababa and lies a few miles west of the East African rift that splits the country into the Nubian and the Somali tectonic plates. The Ethiopian national identity is grounded into the indigenous Amharic language, the historic and contemporary roles of Christianity and Islam, and the independence of Ethiopia from foreign rule, stemming from the various ancient Ethiopian kingdoms of in antiquity. They reached they were never colonized, so they didn't achieve independence. They speak Amharic, and they use the beer as the currency. Well, the GDP is also high with $84.3 billion, and the natural resources has small reserves of gold, platinum, copper, potash, and natural gas. It has expensive hydropower potential of the total land area. About 20% is under cultivation, although the amount of potentially arable land is larger. So that means that this is also a country with the primary sector as the main economical activities. The República de Kenya is, oh well, I see that the the information is in French, so that it's very strange, but the Republic of Kenya is located in East Africa and bordered by South Sudan to the northwest, Ethiopia to the north, Somalia to the east, Uganda to the west, Tanzania to the south, and the Indian Ocean to the southeast. Kenya is the 48th largest country in the world by total area. It encompasses savanna, lakes, the spectacular Great Rift Valley, and the mountainous highlands. It is also home to wildlife such as lions, elephants, and rhinos. From Nairobi, the capital, safaris visit the Masai Mara Reserve, known for its annual wildebeest migration, and Amboseli National Park, offering views of Tanzania, Mount Kilimanjaro. Its former capital is the coastal city of Mombasa. Kisumu City is the third largest city and also an inland port on Lake Victoria. The capital, as it mentioned in the text, is Nairobi, and they reached the independence in 1963. The language that they speak is English and Swahili. Other regional tribes include the Kikuyu, Luya, Luo, Meru, Kalenjin, and Kamba. Oh, the GDP is also high in this country with 87.9 billion, which is a lot, but it is still very low compared with Egypt. The currency is Kenyan shillings, and the natural resources that this country has is limestone, soda ash, salt, precious stones, fluorspar, zinc, diatomite, oil, gas, soup, wildlife, and hydroelectricity. But as the text suggests, it means that the country relies mostly on tourism. So it is, well, because it is also noticeable that the minerals are not the more commercial ones. So it makes sense that the main economic activity is tourism. The next one is Libya. The state of Libya is located in Maghreb region in North Africa, bordered by the Mediterranean Sea. Sorry, to the north, Egypt to the east, Sudan to the southeast, Chad to the south, Niger to the southwest, Algeria to the west, and Tunisia to the northwest. The sovereign state is made of three historical regions: Tripolitania, Fezzan, and Cyrenaica. Um, the capital city is Tripoli. They reached the Independence Day in 1954. They speak Arabic. The currency is the Libyan dinar, and the GDP it's okay. I don't mean it is not as low as others, but it is like in the middle, with 48.3 billion. The natural resources are petroleum, natural gas, and gypsum, which means that maybe this is also a country that relies on tertiary um, activities. And the next one is Malawi. Malawi is the Republic of Malawi is located in the southern Central Africa along the western part of the Great Rift Valley, covering a total area of 118 kilometers. It stretches some 900 kilometers north to south. It is bordered by the United Republic of Tanzania to the north and northwest, Mozambique to the east, south and southwest, and Zambia to the west. The country is divided into three regions: to the southern region, which is un- undulating and densely populated; the central region, which consists on fertile plains and is well populated; and the mountainous and sparsely populated northern region. Lake Malawi is the third largest lake in Africa. The capital city is Lilongwe, and they reached the independence in 1964. The languages are English and Chichewa, and the currency is Malawi Kwicha. The GDP is low, with 7 billion, which is very low. The natural resources are tobacco, sugar, tea, cotton, groundnuts, coffee, fish, and wildlife. Well, it's again a, a primary sector country. Well, I think it is supposed that I will analyze all the countries that belongs to the COMESA, but the information is too much. The member states are too much, and and I think that the information analyzed in the previous countries are enough to make an analysis of the situation. And also, I decided to stop because the video is already too long. So it's better to stop here, and with the information we can make a conclusion. And what is that conclusion? That many of the states that are part of the COMESA have a very little GDP. Like the exception is, of course, Egypt and other two countries. So in the next video, I will focus only in Egypt and the situation of Egypt, and I'll analyze and I'll make a review of the economical, political, and social situation that um, Egypt is passing nowadays. We can say that also that the most important countries in this union are the ones that have a higher GDP. Um, so that's all for this video. I apologize for making it so long, and I'll see you in the next.